Today was another one of those days where nothing particularly bad happens to me. Like nothing of note is in any way affecting me. I just can't control my intrusive thoughts. I got new lights. Hello. Um so I hope my room isn't as depressing as it usually is. I know it usually looks like this. Sometimes it's more wide, but whoa, look at that. I also have this other one next to me. So it actually looks like this. And now we got boom, color. Back on point. I I was having a lot of weird thoughts today, mostly about how much I don't like myself. And it's to the point where like I'm able to get through them. I just don't know how to get rid of them. And I mean, that's not a cool, like it's a cool thing to be like, yeah, I can conquer, like I can figure out a way, I can form a plan, but it's like I don't even want to plan. I don't want to do this, I don't want to like live in such a way where I have to be not cautious but conscious, if that makes sense. I just want to be, I just want to just be. And I don't really get to do that. Today I want to talk about, I suppose, just being able to conquer your own mind. Because although I have these horrible, horrible thoughts about myself and about my future, one thing that really brings me back to reality is the fact that I'm like I'm good, Like I'll figure it out. I pride myself on being intelligent. I pride myself on being able to outwork or outthink a lot of my problems. I'm able like I'm gonna use some fuck ass example in the video game I play of Overwatch. At some point in the game, when you reach a high enough level, like high enough rank, it stops becoming a contest of mechanics and begins to become a contest of the mind. It begins to be like, okay, which team is able to formulate a plan better? Which team is able to coordinate better? Which team is able to enact a set of instruction, like how what team is able to just outthink the other team? If you're running a mirror match, no one's gonna understand what I'm saying. If you're running like Ball, Genji, Tracer, Wu Yang, Kiri, and it's a mirror and both teams are running it, statistically it should be 50-50, right? But if one team is able to just outthink the other, whether it be through positioning, whether it be through playmaking, you are almost guaranteed the win. Because if you are able to outthink your problems, you can plan around what they could potentially be and then attack in the most effective way possible. And frankly, that's what I've begun to be able to do, is to attack my problems in the most efficient way possible, which usually ends up being nuh-uh, nuh-uh. Like if I'm feeling bad about myself and I feel like I'm being annoying to people, I go, nuh-uh, nuh-uh, you're not annoying, chill. Like take a step back and just lock in, especially because I know what annoying people can be like, and I know that I'm not like them sometimes. So I'm able to I'm able to like just outthink my problems of so many self-loathing thoughts and be like, no, mm-mm, no. And how simple that may seem, it is still very effective for me, at least. Especially because I used to like rely I used to rely on like a lot of data driven points in order to disprove my own uh, negative self thoughts. I used to be like, okay, well, if you feel bad about yourself because of how little money you make, I keep bringing that point up in a lot of videos. I don't make that much money. I would be like, okay, well, here's example A, B, and C on how to, or on how you're wrong. So go fuck yourself. I'm I'm able to locate and identify what specific kind of negative note that I'm trying to put on myself, and I'm able to refute it. I'm able to outthink my own negative thoughts. And it's not like the easiest thing, but it's also not the hardest thing. I know saying "nuh-uh" to yourself is it looks easy, but I promise you, when you have those when you have those thoughts fucking hammering into your head constantly, it becomes really hard to just say no. No, you're wrong. Whatever thing I'm thinking about myself in a negative light, you're wrong. I don't, and it's like I don't even need to refute it. I don't need to. I'm not refute it. I don't need to disprove it. I don't need to discredit it. You're just wrong. You know, like the ability to just shut it down without needing proof. Without needing to actually bring up a data set on how to disprove my own negative thoughts. Just to be able to say no, you're wrong. I'm awesome. I I'm locked in. Fuck off. That's really hard. It's a lot easier because when you have the data in front of you, I mean, there's the numbers. You can't really like outthink numbers. But when you're really trying to just no, I'm not gonna allow my like I don't know if it's on my subconscious or whatever, but I'm not gonna allow these negative thoughts to ruin my day. I'm not going to allow them to take control, you know, because I know what I am deep down. I know that I'm a good person. I know that I'm a kind person. I know that I work very hard. Sorry, my cats are messing with the lights. Like, I know that. I don't need to prove that to anyone else. I don't even need to prove it to like myself. I just know what I am. And that's the end of it all. The fact that I need to even think about trying to disprove it to myself is crazy because I shouldn't even need to disprove it. I should just believe it. I should just know that true to myself, I'm a good person. I'm not evil inside. I'm not this burden on people. I'm just a guy who wants to make people smile and make funny videos. That's it. And at the end of the day, the fact that I'm able to shut down those negative thoughts just by saying nuh-uh, just by saying no. I feel like that I feel like that is one of my greatest strengths. Thank you.